The holidays, a time of lights and treats and cheer that comes right before the cold and slush and darkness. Sometimes I struggle to enjoy this time of year because I'm bracing for the emotional 180 that hits when December turns to January.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's then that I usually struggle to feel motivated, energetic, or just plain happy. But this year, I'd like to try and prevent that with a bit of mental preparation. And my therapist said something to me in our last session that already seems to be helping. We are resetting for winter today, even though it feels like I literally just did this yesterday. I guess that's the beauty of life, is that each year feels shorter than the last, a lovely reminder that you're always inching closer and closer to death. Anyways, I thought that while I decorate today, we could chat about how I'm preparing for my annual bout of seasonal depression. But before we do that, if you guys have been around for past resets, you know that I like to change my books out seasonally, and this reset is going to be no different. So I would like to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Book of the Month. Book of the Month is a monthly book subscription service that shares a curated list of 5 to 7 new fiction titles every month for you to select from. It's a great way to consistently explore new books without becoming overwhelmed by too many options, which is great for me as a chronically indecisive person. As a fan of B.K. Borison's Love Light series, it was no question that I was going to snap up Good Spirits, her new holiday romance. And then for a bit of laughter, I got Best Offer Wins. It is a darkly humorous novel about a woman who becomes obsessed with winning the bidding war on a new home. Hopefully that's not a premonition of my future. You also don't have to worry about having any regrets. If you accidentally pick a book you don't love, they will replace it for free in your next box. And with 3, 6, and 12-month plans available, plus the option to pause at any time, a Book of the Month subscription makes the perfect gift for yourself or a friend this holiday season. For a limited time, when you join, you'll get your first book for just $5, plus a free hat of your choice with code HOLLY. Check out the link in the description if you'd like to learn more. Last year, I heard some people refer to winter as human hibernation time. Like, it's time for us to cozy up and stay inside and kind of recharge for the spring. And I really like that. I like the idea of having a slower lifestyle during the winter. But at the same time, I kind of struggle with the practicality of it. Because the 5-day work week doesn't exactly subscribe to that mentality. I still need a certain amount of motivation to make a living, to keep my body healthy, to find ways to keep my mind sane when it's deprived of warmth and sunlight. But when I can't find that motivation in the darkness of winter, I often find myself stuck in a cycle of anxiety paralysis. My mind filled with lists of things I should do, and my body responding by not doing any of them. When I told my therapist about this, she asked me to remove the words should and have to from my vocabulary. So basically, I was no longer allowed to make lists of things that I should do, only things I want to do. For instance, instead of I should clean, it's I want to clean. Because not only do I want a tidy, cozy space, but I also love a chance to listen to my favorite music while shutting my brain off to do a mindless yet productive task. Instead of I should take Goose out in the cold because I have to, it's I want to take Goose out because it's his favorite time of day and I love to see him happy.
Okay, buddy, it's over now, I promise. But you know Grandma and Grandpa love to see you in your Santa hat.
And instead of I should get off the couch and exercise, it's I want to get off the couch and exercise because my body will feel more energized and my mind will feel refreshed. And I know there's a similar reframe concept out there, the idea of changing I should to I get to, and if that works for you, carry on. That wording always made me feel kind of guilty because I would be like, okay, I get to go to work because I'm lucky enough to have a job. I get to go work out because I'm lucky enough to have a body that allows me to do that still. And then I would start to feel guilty for not feeling grateful enough for those things, and then that would lead to yet more anxiety paralysis. So saying I want to just flips a different switch in my brain rather than saying I get to. I can't really explain it, but I do just truly feel more motivated to start something once I've said those words to myself.
Walking around, feeling free, thinking about what's happened to me from July up till now. Don't know where, don't know how.
This new reframe has even helped me do the things I actually want to do, because my winter anxiety paralysis doesn't just apply to things that aren't necessarily considered fun. I often end up struggling to encourage myself to do even the things I enjoy, like taking a relaxing bath, or going thrifting, or doing a craft. Perhaps it's executive dysfunction issues, or perhaps it's because on some level I feel like I should be having more fun. I guess I develop a sense of guilt for not enjoying life enough, or maybe a sense of panic that I'm running out of time to enjoy life. Either way, it causes me to freeze up, and ironically, enjoy life less. But again, shifting my thought from I should do that craft because I should relax to I want to do that craft because I want to relax actually makes me feel a lot better about starting it. So speaking of that, we are doing a craft now, if you didn't already figure that out. I always like to find some sort of craft to do in the winter because it gives me something to look forward to, and it's a little more meditative than doing work-related things, but also more mentally stimulating than just watching TV. So I'm kicking off crafting season with painting a little holiday village because when I was decorating last year, I was looking at my windowsill and I was like, this is perfect for a holiday village. It just took me 5 years to have that vision. And we used to have one when I was younger and I loved it, so I asked my mom if I could have it, and she was like, yeah, of course, if I still had it. The woman gave away our holiday village. You know how some moms, they hold on to your sweaty sock that you were wearing when you scored your first soccer goal, and like the popsicle stick craft you made when you were 3 and that's covered in your slobber? Yeah, my mom's not like that. She loves a purge. If you say the word declutter within a 1 mile radius of her, she'll come running with a box, multiple boxes. So whatever, she got rid of our holiday village, which we're pretty sure was a gift from her mother. So again, anyways, we all have a laugh about it now, but because that was like literally my favorite part of decorating as a kid, I feel like my village needs to have some sort of meaning behind it. Like I don't just want to go to the store and be the 7,000th, we're going with 7th. I don't want to be the 7,000th person to buy Christmas House Red number 2. Do you know what I mean? So I got these at Michael's, which I know Michael's isn't like a unique place to buy things, but you can paint these. And so I'm gonna paint one myself, and then David and I are gonna paint 2 together. And then I'm gonna paint one, I'm gonna have my friends over, and I got them some houses too, and we're all gonna have a craft night and paint them together. So they're gonna be unique, and I'm gonna form a nice memory with each one. Hopefully the painting doesn't get violent in any way, as you know it frequently can. Good morning. It is a new day. Goose wants to say hi. It is a new day. Decorations are pretty much done. David and I put the ornaments on the tree together last night. And then my house is not done, but it'll probably be done by the time that this video goes up. So I'll have Future Morgan put a clip of my finished house here. Ooh, isn't it so cute? Isn't it so beautiful? Thank you, Future Morgan. Once they're all done, I'm gonna put them on this windowsill. All these plants will go to different rooms of the house because they don't really like the windowsill during the winter anyways. And then we'll just have like a nice little cute Christmas village. I'll probably have the whole thing done in like a couple weeks, so maybe in my next video, I can give you a little update on that. But today, this morn, it's the first day of sunshine in 6 days. It's been completely cloudy 6 days straight. Can't be good for your brain. But I want to take Goose on a longer walk today because we have the sunshine and my body could probably use it. So we're gonna go on a walk to the lake because we were at the lake in the fall, me and David, and I was like, you know, we never come to the lake when it's not the summer, and it's not like it ceases to exist. We just have to wear different clothing, and like it's still beautiful. So I realized that we never go down there when it's cold, which it makes sense because it's cold, but like it's still there and it's still nice and probably pretty peaceful. So I think I'm going to take him on a long walk there today. And I just generally want to try to do that more this winter. Maybe not necessarily walk to the lake when it's like -10 out. I mean, that's not even healthy for Goose to be outside at that point. But I think it's important to get myself outside, to get myself going to other areas of the city and not always use the excuse of it's cold. Like sometimes use the excuse it's cold, but not always use the excuse it's cold. So we're going to start that today. Honestly, I'm gonna regret saying this. Winter isn't that bad in Chicago as long as you have the right clothing. I do mostly stand by that. When it's -20, that does not apply, but other times it does. So like today it's 35. So we need to get decently bundled up, but it's not big coat time. This is big coat, aka a walking sleeping blanket, not a sleeping blanket, sleeping bag. She only comes out if it's 25 or under. And then when it's 15 or under, we start wearing double layers underneath. All right, so let's bundle. I kind of feel like I look like the Home Alone kid in that one scene. You know what I mean? I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, I know my mood and motivation levels will fluctuate during the winter, during all seasons, really. And there will be times where I just have to say, screw it, I'm doing the bare minimum today. I'm bed rotting and I'm not going to feel guilty about it because, as you've probably heard from a self-help guru, rest is productive. But for the days where I can't do that, because let's be honest, they will happen, the days where we have to go to work, where we have to cook dinner, where we have to take the kids to school, basically where we have to participate in life when we would much rather just bury ourselves under the covers. It's at those times that I think this reframe will help me a lot. What do you think, Goose? Should we go home? Sorry, do we want to go home? You're right, I don't know why I would ask you that. Do we want a midday snack? Yeah, okay, let's go get that. What are these? Why did I buy these? People always ask me if these orange garlands last more than a year, and this one is 3 years old, so the answer is yes. I know why I bought these, because I was 27 and I was panicking about not being trendy anymore. So knowing that I hate wearing leather and I hate wearing pants, I bought leather pants. So I must have hated myself that day too. Kids these days are never gonna know what it's like to flip through old photo albums. They're just gonna ask their humanoid robot, like, find photos of me, and then it'll find 7,000 photos of them from slightly different angles from every year of their life. Where do I store it? In a 10-year-old Tupperware bin in an overheated storage locker. So do with that information what you will. Listen, I was gonna bake something for this video because I do love to make a seasonal treat, but I kid you not, the fall treat that I made that's been in my fridge for the past 3 weeks is still good. Delicious. Eventually we're gonna ask kids how to turn a page and they're gonna go like this. It's an apple fritter cake. Look how much of it is left, because this is the size pan I made it in, knowing full well that only 2 human beings live in my household. And I shared too, I gave some to a friend. Don't think I'm selfish. I learned the other day that schools don't have lockers anymore. At least my brother-in-law's old high school doesn't, because they don't have books. Because they do everything on an iPad. We are robbing today's youth of having the experience of opening a dusty old textbook to find out which victims had it before them. And I think that's sad. The smart thing to do would be to buy a new storage bag, but the infuriating thing to do would be to keep using it and convince myself that it works just fine until one day I have a mental breakdown, because it in fact does not work just fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyways, I'm not gonna bake more when I already have this. I'm pretty sure apple is like Christmas adjacent, so it's fine. I'll link the recipe in the description. I forgot to do the high five. I always do a high five at the beginning of my resets. I'm sorry, guys. All right, we're gonna do it right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, high five. There we go. I'm proud of you. I am freaking proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself. I think that's it. That's the ending. I stare into your soul and then it cuts to black.